What's up guys, techsavvybuyer here. So if you're like me and you really enjoy playing first-person shooter games, then you've probably heard of a number of different products you can use to improve your gameplay. There's stuff like scuff controllers, trigger paddles, trigger devils, and even those little like aiming assist, what are they called, hip shot dots or whatever, that you can stick onto your monitor or your TV so that you always have a reticle there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, in some cases they work really great, in some cases they're kind of gimmicky. But today I've got actually a really cool product that I want to share with you guys. This is actually called the GaimGlass, and this was sent over to me for review. Huge shout out to GaimGlass for sending this over. I'm going to cover what exactly this product is, what are the benefits of it, how easy it is to actually set this up, and does it actually work in improving your gameplay when you're playing first-person shooters. Let's take a look at all that stuff after we get a word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by GVGMall.com. GVG Mall carries a wide variety of game currencies and gift cards that you could use to take your gaming to the next level. If you're looking for a fresh copy of Windows or Microsoft Office, then you can certainly find those on GVGMall.com as well. They are priced very competitively and offer legit copies of Microsoft software. You can pick up a copy of Windows 10 Pro for under 15 bucks. Visit gvgmall.com for more information and use code TSB to save during checkout. So this is the GaimGlass, and it's probably arguably the best aiming accessory that you can buy for 40 bucks today. And $40 is not a big price to pay when you consider what all you're getting inside the package. So inside the box, you do get the actual GaimGlass itself. Now it's made of acrylic, so it is a little bit prone to getting dirty and scratches, so you gotta be careful with it. You don't wanna damage it or use it too roughly. In addition, you do get a carrying case, you get a USB cable, you also get the little device that it slides in and out of to make your vertical adjustments. Now, as I mentioned, this is a device that is used as an aiming accessory, and it basically helps you keep a green reticle on the screen at all times when you're gaming. This is super helpful when you're shooting from the hip or you're trying to get a critical shot like a headshot on a character from far, far away, because the dot is precisely spot on when you're aiming at something. Another cool thing that this thing allows you to do is, let's say you play games like Call of Duty, and you know, anyone who plays Call of Duty knows that you get one of those accessory slots to add your attachments, and they can take up stuff if you're using multiple perks and multiple different add-ons. Now with using a GaimGlass, you pretty much have a built-in red dot sight, except it's green. So you don't need to have an optical attachment that is necessarily giving you that red dot sight. You're going to get the same benefits just by using GaimGlass. That actually allows you to open up a slot and add another attachment that you want to use to up your game without having to use other things. So it makes a big difference when you're doing competitive gaming and you have certain things that you can work with, certain attachment slots that you can use, just like I shared here with Call of Duty. Now, it's not only limited to just playing this with first-person shooters. I actually tested this with Fortnite and it was spot on. Now, it's another thing that I suck at Fortnite, but nonetheless, if you're a fan of Fortnite and you really like playing games like that, even Gears of War 5, I believe, you can use this accessory to enhance your gameplay. The only thing I'd say is you want to make sure whatever game that you use this with has a centered aiming dot. Meaning, if you're playing a game like Far Cry 5 or even Destiny 2 for that matter, where the screen reticle is a little bit offset, meaning the aim is not exactly dead center of your monitor, then this may not be compatible depending on your monitor size. Now, this will support up to a 27-inch monitor, meaning if you have up to a 27-inch monitor, you can play virtually any first-person shooter game that you want, so long as the crosshair is centered. If it's a crosshair that's lower set, let's say Far Cry 5, like I mentioned, for example, on a 27-inch screen, it's not going to line up perfectly with that. In fact, you'll need to stick with a 24-inch screen. Now, setting this thing up is super easy and simple. All you got to do is put this on top of your monitor after you slide it through the little thumb screw attachment. Once you do that, you go ahead and make your adjustment horizontally first, and then you adjust it vertically. Now, you can do this by visiting their website and going to GameGlass.com/calibrate. They'll actually have a little green dot reticle in the center of the screen that you can line it up with. If you're already in the middle of the game, you can just aim down the sights and line it up that way so that it works perfectly for you. Make sure when you are calibrating it that you do have it plugged in so that the green light is glowing. That way it's easier to see when you line it up with the reticle in the game. And last but not least, you can use this with virtually any device that you want. If you have a PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, S or X, or even the base one, it'll work fine with that. If you have a gaming computer, it'll work fine with that as well. All it needs is a USB port to be plugged into. So if you're using a monitor or a TV anyways that's that size, chances are you probably already have a USB port on the back of that monitor, and this doesn't draw a whole lot of power, so it'll be perfectly adequate enough to plug it into that and use it that way. So I've covered how easy it is to really set up this device, and I've also covered that it's only worth 40 bucks at this point, which means that it's actually pretty affordable and within range for a lot of people. I've also told you guys that it's compatible with a bunch of different devices. Now, the ultimate burning question is, does it actually work? Well, let's find out.
intrusion has been detected. Expired.
UAV standing by.
Enemies are taking control of our sensors.
Your systems have been infected by an enemy hacker.
So as you guys saw, it does actually work. Now, there may be a bunch of you guys that debate, is this considered cheating or not? Well, I mean, think of it this way. Most monitors these days, some of the upper end gaming monitors do come in with a built-in aiming assistance or a crosshair assistance, like such as the Predator that I have here has that feature built into it. So I wouldn't say that that is a cheating factor. I would say that it does give you a competitive advantage, but it's not something that's going to make you be the ultimate gaming player. If you suck at a first-person shooter game, this is not going to make your game become multiply better overnight. This is really going to assist you if you're already really good, but sometimes you have a little bit of help, or you need a little bit of help when you're aiming down the sights and you have that weapon sway going on. This really helps in situations like that. Does it add a competitive advantage? Yes, absolutely, but so does using a scuff controller. I would argue that point as well. But there's still things that are made for competitive gamers, so if you're someone who is looking to do competitive gaming, definitely check out GameGlass, guys. I really couldn't think of another product that I would say is as good as this and priced as competitively as this. It has a nice craftsmanship in its build quality as well. It's an awesome product, really, really fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The few things that I'm going to nitpick here, and keyword being nitpick, is because it is acrylic glass, it's a fingerprint magnet, and it's also a scratch magnet. So you got to be careful, like I mentioned at the start of this video, when you're handling the actual GameGlass. You don't want to scratch it up. When you're cleaning it, make sure you use a very soft microfiber cloth so that you don't get any scuffs or scratches on it. Other than that, when it's on your screen, you virtually can't even tell that there's something there. It's so crisp and clear that it's pretty much invisible to your eye when you're playing. You're not going to get disturbed by the edges of it. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions about this device, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to pick one up, I am linking it in the description below where you can go ahead and pick it up. They are available on Amazon, and if it's out of stock over there, you can head over to their own website to pick one up, and I have links in the description for that as well. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. Go ahead and smash that like button as well. It definitely helps this channel grow, and of course, you'll be up to date whenever I'm putting out new content such as stuff like this. But if that is all, I appreciate you guys staying to the end and watching this video, and I will see you on my next one. Take care and bye-bye.